In terms of television, for me, as a female performer, it's opened up a whole new world for me in terms of work, because for several reasons. Because there's more of it, and therefore they need more female actors, so they're coming to and using more of us. It's steadier work, so it's offering women a lot more control of their lives than film and theater has in the past. But also, it's, I found with Olive Kitteridge, the idea of telling a female story over 4 hours is a lot better than 90 minutes. I just feel that you can tell a female story better in that amount of time. So I think just from a storytelling point of view, long format television is really great. It's basically getting to make a 4-hour movie and people watch it as they want to over however long a period of time they want to. Joel's never worked in television, but do you have any feelings about it? Would you want to?
Well, I don't watch television, to be quite honest with you. I don't even go to the movies that much anymore. So, yeah, the short answer is no. My brother and I practice a sort of, in the visual medium, in the medium of sort of visual storytelling, which encompasses television and short films and feature-length films and 4-hour miniseries and 7-year continuing, you know, it encompasses everything. We happen to practice something which is congenial to our kind of storytelling, which happens to fit a fairly conventional 1.5 to 2-hour form. That's what we end up writing in. That's what we end up, the stories we end up thinking about seem to want to take, for the most part, that sort of shape.
However, the cowboy stories that you're thinking about doing kind of leans in.
We have written shorts. So our predilection is towards shorter things as opposed to longer things. Even our movies are fairly short in length. You know, they tend to be about 90 minutes. The longest movie we've made is probably about 2 hours and 5 minutes. And we've written lots of shorts. So we're kind of going the other way, in a strange way. I don't have anything against television, except I'm not, you know, the smaller the format that you watch something on. If you start with a feature film, which is projected 80 feet wide and has huge sort of beautiful sound in a theater like this, you go down to TV, much as home theaters have become very sophisticated now, it's not the same thing. You go down from that to your computer, to your iPad, and to your phone. And I've said before, and people think I'm kidding, that, you know, someone asked me what I felt about TV, and I said, well, is the question, how do I feel about watching Lawrence of Arabia on an iPhone? I'm not very interested in that. You know, I'm not very interested in the format being reduced to a very, very small size. As a filmmaker, you labor over all of these details to the sort of most minute degree. And the things that you're laboring over are best appreciated in a movie theater, not on a computer, not even on a TV screen. So I wouldn't say spoiled that way, but in a way I'm used to that.
I think the question, you know, I think it's taking up a lot of our time now. The idea of film versus television, and you know, is it the grand age of TV, and is film are people not going to films anymore? I think the conversation really is, how do you tell a story, and how do you tell a story on film? Because like Olive Kitteridge, it was a miniseries for HBO, but we shot it on film. It was shot by a DP that only has made films in the past. We were all concerned with it being the quality of all the films we'd ever done in the past. So it's about the quality of the work, like Joel's saying, and technically how you use what's available to you, not whether it's television or film. That breaks it down to who's paying for it and how it's shown, maybe. But audiences are choosing to watch 4 6-hour, whole seasons of television shows in a weekend at home. So it's not necessarily whether it's television or film. I think it's just about the quality of the filmmaking, period, and how audiences watch it, and how festivals start to show it. I mean, is this the first time Rome has had television shows in the...
Honestly, last year there were a couple of other series.
Because they need to be
I would say
watched.
one other thing, which is just to contradict completely what I said before. But that's, I'm up here so I get to contradict myself. The contradiction is that my earliest experience with watching movies was on television when I was a kid. Most of the movies I saw up until my teenage years, I saw on a small black and white screen on television, interrupted by commercials. And those experiences of watching those movies are just as profound as the experiences I've had in movie theaters. So in a way, you could make the argument that the format doesn't matter. It could be I've just become spoiled in terms of the experience in the theater.